Hi everyone, today I am on the PTS and this is the new game mode Twilight Battle. Now, I'm in a slightly underwhelming ship and you may recognise it. It's the Rasputin, the enemy ship that's been in all of the Halloween game modes. Now, unfortunately, the Rasputin does come with a slightly underwhelming just over 200,000 hit points. Now, I do feel that that's a little bit low, considering that the competition only have about 56 to 60,000 hit points. Being this massively beautiful monster, it should be way more. Now, that does come as a bit of a disadvantage for you, but you do have two very useful consumables in this game mode to make up for it. One has no limit on the size of the area of effect and renders all of the enemy's consumables ineffective for a certain period of time. The other feature it also has is a fantastic Soviet designed ability that when you activate it, you can gain back 50% of all of the damage done with your guns to an enemy ship while it's active. These help increase the mediocre survivability of that low HP pool. Now, this particular game mode I have really enjoyed. As you can see on the minimap, there is a large flaming circle aura on the horizon, and as the game progresses, that gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Anything on the outside of that starts to take damage from the flaming aura of the filth. So, as you can see, you have a wide area to begin with, and the more the game goes on, the smaller your area of fighting becomes, and it means that people don't camp at the back of the map. Now, in this game, you can also depend on your teammates, because several of them have some very good consumables. The Leviathan, for instance, has a fantastic Soviet designed heal that creates an area effect that allows all of your ships to receive a beautiful healing bonus. My other personal favourite, the Steel Rat. The Steel Rat has an ability that grants all of the ships inside its influence area of effect an extra one of their consumables. Now, I think that's very Soviet and very commendable. As you can see, both teams are sort of jockeying for position. You normally see this in this game mode. One team goes around to the north and another one goes to the south. It's very rare that people split off in multiple directions. This is so that you can get the maximum amount of firepower and hopefully get the best angles. Now, I'm aiming at the enemy octopus. Now, all of these are based on the real ships in the game. The octopus is based on the Miyoko, so you know that you can citadel it very easily. I'm waiting to get into, well, where I can actually fire, because unfortunately it doesn't. The Rasputin, even though it has some fantastic underworld vodka fueled guns being based on the Imperator Nikolai, it doesn't have a very large range. It's not like the Leviathan that's based on the North Carolina, but has an absolutely fantastic range on it. As you can see, I'm on fire and my mediocre hit points are taking a very big hit. See, they're getting whittled down and whittled down. Now, as with most battleship, it's only one fire, so I'm just going to let it burn, because I should have enough hit points to spare and the fire should run out pretty quickly. I'm waiting for my guns to reload, and as you can see, I'm firing the beautiful underworld vodka fueled high explosive. Our Leviathan takes out the octopus by using a very nice ability that the Leviathan has. It allows it to use the beautifully Russian designed dispersion consumable. That means that all of its shells are very tightly packed in a nice tight dispersion. That allows you to get some beautiful citadels. Now back to the Rasputin. As you can see, that fire is still burning nicely. Oh, it's just gone out. And I have lost an impressive nearly 30,000 health. which is absolutely un-Soviet. But being undead, I don't think the Rasputin really cares, as we're already up to 54,000 damage with flaming hell alone. Now, as you can see, the guns are pretty quick. It doesn't take us long to reload them. And then we got another set in the air already. Another feature you may have noticed on this replay is that the damage counters in the corner, when I inflict damage, here we go, you'll soon see, it actually tells people what the penetration and over-penetration and non-penetrations are. Now, as a quick glance, that's actually pretty useful, because sometimes I actually forget what they actually mean. I know, silly, I've played this game since the closed beta test, but what are you going to do? Now up to 83,000, and as you can see, I'm a pretty big target, and I'm on fire again. Oh, you see that blue aura on the enemy ship? That means he has activated his fantastic Soviet aiming dispersion consumable, and as you can see, those tight clumps do massive damage to me, and my minuscule health has been made even tinier. I almost now have as much health as that Leviathan had at the beginning of the game, and that's just terrible. That is very, very un-Soviet. But as you can see, another Leviathan using that fantastic ability has taken out the enemy Leviathan, and another one of our Leviathans has taken out the Octopus. Now, as I said at the beginning, look at that circle. The area of effect we have now is the area we're fighting in is now a hell of a lot smaller. And now you've got to start thinking, oh, and remember, this is only after nearly 7 minutes have gone. It can get a hell of a lot smaller. By the end of 20 minutes, it's only happened once. But we were vying for position to actually move. I'm going to aim at this enemy octopus that's trying to head towards, I believe it's one of our octopuses up to the north. And I'm going to lend some supporting fire to them. As you can probably see, my health is actually going up. Now that's because of the Leviathan on my the two Leviathans on my team, who have both activated their heal, and that is slowly increasing my tiny amount of hit points up to a more respectable 150,000, which I believe is adequate for this ship at this point in the game. Adequate, it's not fantastic, but it's better than the 70,000, which is what that Leviathan had over there at the beginning of the game. As you can see, I'm using predominantly high explosive. This is because I have noticed that the armor piercing isn't really that strong, and you get better results. And I'm not watching where I'm going, and I'm going to hit my ally. Am I? Yes, we are. Good thing is, friendly damage in this mode is turned off. Now as you can see, I have now lost the ability to use my consumable. This is because of the enemy Rasputin that I'm firing at. Is it the one I'm firing at? No, I'm still firing at the Leviathan. But the enemy Rasputin, which is all the way to the west, activated his ability from that far away, and that is what caused my consumables to temporarily be unavailable. So it's just the enemy Rasputin. As you can see, as soon as one side gets an advantage, it does get pretty one-sided. So the game's almost at an end now. It's just a question of who's going to get the final kill. We're all jockeying for our positions now. As you can see, I used my consumable a little while ago to try and stop the remaining enemy ships from using theirs. The Rasputin on the enemy team is nearly gone. This is a fun. I do love this game mode. I really do suggest that when it comes out, give it a go. You will not regret it. That Rasputin should have almost gone down. As you can see, those minuscule hit points he starts with really do act against it. And he's almost gone. Am I going to get some more shots out? The graphics in this game mode are extremely pretty. I really do say that they've done a fantastic job of it. And there he goes. And that is Twilight Battle with the slightly underwhelming Rasputin. Only 161,000 damage with the Rasputin, but pretty good credits and an XP. Yep, so there you are. That is Twilight Battle in the Rasputin, one of the special ships in the upcoming game mode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you very, very soon.